Sometimes, one moment, one message, one unexpected whisper from the universe can redirect an entire life. This is the story of how a man lost everything until a single sign changed his destiny forever. And maybe, this story is the sign you were meant to hear today. There are chapters in life that fracture us so deeply that even breathing feels difficult. Moments that don't just challenge us, they reshape us. Moments that force us to confront our own shadows, to question our worth, to wonder if the universe has turned its back on us. This video is more than a story. It's a mirror, a reflection of what happens when the human heart collapses, and what rises from the ashes when the soul finally speaks. This is Daniel's journey, not a journey of luck, or chance, or coincidence, but a journey of awakening, of breaking open, of remembering the power he had forgotten. And as you listen, you may feel echoes of your own story, because the universe doesn't send you to the right video by accident. If you're here, it's because something in this story is meant for you. Sparkles the breaking point. Daniel had always been the dependable one, the one who held everything together, the one who smiled even when his heart was tired, the one who believed that life rewarded those who persevered. But perseverance has a breaking point. In just 12 months, life unraveled around him like a thread pulled too tightly. He lost the job he had poured years into. His partner, emotionally distant for months, finally walked away. Bills piled up like silent accusations on the kitchen counter. Sleep became a stranger. Hope became a memory. Daniel felt as if the world was closing in on him. He would wake up at 3 a.m. with his heart racing, staring into the darkness, wondering how a life can collapse so quickly. He replayed every mistake, every choice, every moment he wished he could change. He felt trapped between who he used to be and who he feared he was becoming. Each day, the weight grew heavier. The isolation, the exhaustion, the self-doubt. The silence of his apartment began to feel like a living thing, a reminder of everything he had lost. And then came the night that shattered him. The night he sank to the floor, his body trembling, tears falling freely. The night he whispered into the void, "If something out there exists, anything, please show me, because I don't know how to keep going." In that moment, Daniel wasn't begging for a miracle. He was begging for a reason not to give up. There's a strange magic woven into moments of surrender, a moment when the heart cracks, and the light finally slips in. The next morning, with swollen eyes and an empty stomach, Daniel reached for his phone, not out of hope, but habit. And there it was. A message. From a number he didn't recognize. Just one sentence. "Stop running. Sit with yourself. Answers are trying to reach you." He froze. The message felt impossible. Too direct. Too intimate. Too perfectly aligned with the words he had whispered the night before. His chest tightened. Not in fear, but in recognition. Something deep inside him whispered, "This is for you." But Daniel wasn't ready to believe easily. He questioned everything. Who sent it? Why now? How did they know? Yet despite his confusion, despite his skepticism, the message tugged at him like a gentle hand on his shoulder. For the first time in months, he listened. He sat on the floor of his room, closed his eyes, and allowed himself to feel everything he had been running from. At first, it was overwhelming. Memories surfaced, conversations he avoided, emotions he suppressed, dreams he abandoned. He felt the sting of shame, the heaviness of grief, the ache of loneliness. His breath trembled. But then, something shifted. A warmth began to spread through his chest, the kind of warmth that feels ancient, familiar, guiding. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't loud. It was subtle, like the first light of dawn touching the horizon. A voice inside him rose. "You are not broken. You are being redirected." Daniel's tears returned, but this time, they tasted different. Not of despair, but of relief, of recognition, of truth. He realized he hadn't been abandoned by the universe. He had abandoned himself. The inner shift. The days that followed felt different, not lighter, but meaningful. Daniel began journaling every morning, not out of discipline, but necessity. He poured his fears onto paper. He wrote letters to the version of himself he once loved. He allowed honesty to cleanse him. He meditated, not perfectly, but consistently. Some days he cried. Some days he felt nothing. Some days he felt peace. Slowly, he realized that silence wasn't empty. It was full of messages he had been too distracted to hear. He began to ask himself questions he had avoided for years. What do I actually want? What pain am I carrying that doesn't belong to me? What part of me have I silenced to keep others comfortable? And answers began arriving in unexpected ways. A friend called, offering an opportunity he hadn't considered. A stranger complimented his kindness, validating his worth. A podcast surfaced on his feed about rebuilding life from zero. He started noticing repeating numbers, meaningful symbols, intuitive nudges. Synchronicities became his compass. The universe was communicating, not through miracles, but through whispers. He began trusting again. Not the world, but himself. Then came the message that changed everything. Not a mystical one. Not supernatural. Just an email. A job offer, remote, flexible, deeply aligned with his gifts. The kind of work he once dreamed of but never believed he deserved. Daniel stared at the screen, heart pounding. He felt chosen. Not by the company, but by life. He laughed, then cried, then whispered, "Thank you." It wasn't just a job. It was a sign. A confirmation that the moment he stopped forcing life to obey his timeline, life delivered something better. But there was one mystery left. The message. Stop running. Sit with yourself. Answers are trying to reach you. He needed to know who sent it. After hours of searching, he found the truth. The number belonged to him. To an old phone he'd lost years earlier. Still registered. Still active. Still capable of sending a message. But no one had access to it. No one had typed those words. Daniel felt chills run down his spine. Call it a glitch. Call it coincidence. Call it destiny revealed through technology. But he knew what it truly was. A message from the part of him that could see beyond fear. Beyond collapse. Beyond limitation. A message from his soul. What this story means for you. Daniel's story is not unique, because the universe speaks to all of us. Some hear it through signs, some through loss, some through intuition, some through silence. If life feels heavy right now, if everything is falling apart, if you're questioning your path, then this story is your message. Sparkles when things fall apart. It's because something new needs space. Sparkles when delays happen. It's divine timing protecting you. Sparkles when you break. It's so you can break open. Sparkles when you feel alone, your soul is trying to reach you. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. You are being redirected to something you cannot yet see, but you will. And when you look back like Daniel, you will whisper, "Now I understand. This was never the end. This was the beginning." If this story touched your heart, even for a moment, that means you're awakening. Don't leave without claiming this shift. Yellow heart comment below. I'm ready for my turning point. Your words are an energetic declaration, and the universe always responds. Pushpin subscribe to Soul Shift Stories for more stories that heal, awaken, and guide you back to your power. Thumbs up like this video so more people who are struggling can find it. Counterclockwise arrows button, share it with someone who feels lost. You might be the sign they've been waiting for, because sometimes one message can change everything, even yours.